I don't hate black men. You know, a lot of people are under that impression, but love is love, and at the end of the day, I just went with who showed me everything that I wanted in a man, everything I wanted in a relationship with. So before we go ahead and jump into the video and start talking and chit-chatting, just want to kind of let you guys know what I'm using as we're going through the get ready with me. This is like my first time doing a get ready with me, so I hope you guys enjoy. But I am using Born This Way foundation. It is their 24-hour undetectable super long wear foundation, and I have it in the color Tiramisu. I use a brush to apply my foundation, and before I apply my foundation, I also use a setting spray on the brush. Okay, that's just my process, just as how it works. And then we're gonna go ahead and start off with our NYX Bear With Me primer first to prime the face and hydrate. This is like their hydrating jelly primer. Okay, this foundation, it's super like matte, so I like to use my primer first, my hydrating primer first. All right, so should you date after, you know, you get out of a relationship or after a divorce, I'm just gonna tell you guys like what basically, I dropped some of my primer, y'all. I'm gonna be talking to you guys about like what I did and like what worked for me. You know, everyone's not like me, and that's okay. Everyone gets over things a different way. This is just how I got over things and what really worked for me. Okay, so as you guys know a little bit about my story already, I did go through like counseling and stuff like that. First got out of my divorce. Well, I was already going through counseling before I got my divorce and before my separation, to be honest. Him and I were going together. We went just a couple of times before everything kind of like hit the fan, but it really wasn't gonna work out, and my counselor knew it wasn't gonna work out. I think she knew. She didn't want to say it, but you know, I think she knew it wasn't gonna work out. She saw his temper. She saw that, you know, this relationship wasn't like the healthiest, you know what I mean? So as I was going through counseling, as I was seeing a counselor and everything, I did start dating like rather quickly, to be honest with you. The reason why I started dating, and it wasn't to like get into a relationship or anything like that. It was really to keep my mind busy, to keep my mind off of him. Like for our past, like our history, him and I, my ex-husband, we always got back together. Like no matter what happened, we always got back together. There was something that brought us back. You know, we started either screwing off together and stuff like that, and I would just completely forget about my progress that I've made and everything and just get back with him, and that just really was not healthy. So I started dating. I wasn't necessarily like I said, looking for a relationship. I wasn't looking for a relationship. It was just to keep my mind off him, keep my mind from calling, keep myself from texting and trying to get back together and feeling like, you know, because you go through so many different stages of a separation, like a breakup and a separation. You go through the phase where you're just like so angry, and you know, you don't know why you spent all this time on this person, and then you go through that stage where you start like blaming yourself, feeling like maybe you should just stay in the relationship, work it out, you know, like I don't want to get a divorce. Like I was going through all of these things in my mind. I don't want to get a divorce. I don't want to do it. You know, like we made vows, and I just don't want to have to go through this. No one wants to have to go through a divorce. You know what I mean? So like, that's just not, it's not fun. So I started dating to keep my mind off of everything. I feel as though when men do this, like it's not an issue. But if a woman does it, she gets called all types of names and da-da-da-da-da. So just to be clear, also, when him and I separated, he was already screwing with somebody else. Like, I think they were been screwing, to be honest, because when we were still together, married, living together. I saw her phone number before in his phone, deleted text messages, stuff like that from them, and it just so happens that they end up together like not even a month of us separating, you know, because obviously the divorce doesn't happen in like a month, right? So I already knew. I'm like, okay, I kind of knew this was kind of like, I knew it. So I started dating to keep my mind off of it, because I feel like when you're dating or like getting to know someone else, it takes your mind off of that other person. That's just how I work, and that's just kind of like what helped me in my process. Now, when you date, you don't necessarily have to like sleep with that person. You could just date them. You could just go out, see a movie, whatever it is, you can just date them. It doesn't necessarily have to be like, oh, you're sleeping with them. I mean, if you decide to sleep with them, like, that's your business. Like, that's no one's business. That's your business. If that's what you want to do, you know what I mean, do what you gotta do. I'm like tired of the double standards where it's like, oh, a woman can't do this, they can't do that, you know. And I was just at a very low place in my life. Like, I had just moved into my brand new apartment by myself. It was my first time like really living by myself and on my own. I finally got everything that I wanted to get as far as like decor in my new apartment, which was nice. Like, I had like nude and white everything. I had it in my mind that I was gonna get nude and white, just everything, and I was so freaking excited about that. So that was a plus and a bonus, and that made me feel good. I feel like when your house or your apartment looks good, you feel good. So I got white sheets, I got like mirrored nightstands that I always wanted to get. Did a lot of shopping, and that kept me busy. Going out with my friends and stuff like that, like all of that helped in dating. All right, now I will say the guys, you know, that I was dating and stuff like that, I feel like some of them had very similar traits to my ex-husband. Like, there was one in particular that had similar traits to my ex-husband. I know a lot of you guys asked like, what was he and stuff like that. So my ex-husband was black, and the first person that I started dating was black as well. Like, I don't just like hate black men. Like, I feel like a lot of people are under the impression that I just hate black men and like, you know, all this stuff, and that's not the case at all. Like, I still gave black men a chance after everything happened, because I didn't feel like it had anything to do with race. That's just me. And you know, I feel like a lot of people just think, oh, you know, black man hurt her, she's just not gonna date black men moving forward, etc., etc. Nope, I still gave black men a chance after that happened. So that wasn't the case at all. So the first, you know, guys that I've dated, they were black. So they were totally black. One of them was a good guy. It's just that I honestly just was not ready for a relationship. This person was someone that I knew for a while. We had lost contact, and then we got back in touch again, you know, during everything that was happening. And so like, he was a bad guy and everything. I just was not ready. You know, I just got out of a relationship, marriage, you know, it just was not the right time. So that didn't work out, and I didn't want to jump into a relationship without fully knowing what I want and testing the waters. To be real with you, like, I wanted to date and see what else was out there, you know, get to know people, get to know myself in the process, what I want, what I'll accept, what I won't accept. And in the process of all that, I did attract this one particular guy that was like very similar traits to my ex. You know, light skin, light eyes, all that crap. Just very toxic, to be honest. Like, that's another story for another day. If you guys want to hear more about that, that was like a on and off situation. Like, it was just terrible, to be honest with you guys. Like, it was terrible. On and off, very similar to my ex. The only difference was that, you know, this person wasn't like abusive or anything like that. Like, they weren't, you know, trying to hurt me physically, but mentally, verbally, like, it was toxic situation. You know, like, it wasn't good. Had a lot of like narcissistic type of behaviors. And, you know, I had to realize that. I had to stop and just think, you know, after like a year. So I had to stop and think, like, what are you doing? Like, this is like the same type of, you know, person like that you're attracting. And mind you, they were like the same sign, guys. So FYI, I absolutely hate Pisces. I hate Pisces men. You know, I just hate them. And not to say like this person was just like, oh my god, they were just a horrible person. It just wasn't right for me. You know, if that person was, I think, more like honest, more open and stuff like that, I think it could have possibly worked. There was also like age difference in that situationship, I guess I should call it. There was an age gap for sure, but I didn't really care about the age gap. You know, I personally am okay with like older guys. And before you guys ask me, or I know like people have asked me before, my husband, he is not like super old. I'm 30, he's 34. So my husband's like, oh my god, he's such an old man. We're like 4 years apart, okay? But, you know, like, I do like guys who are older than me. And this particular guy, the black guy that I was dating, he was, you know, a lot older than me. Let's just say at least 10 years older than me. But yeah, it wasn't a good situation. So I had to kind of like stop that relationship. And if you guys want me to go into more detail about that relationship, definitely situationship, I'm not even gonna call it relationship, situationship, definitely let me know in the comment section down below. Just in case if I didn't mention, I am using LA Pro concealer. I have it in the color Toffee, and I have my beauty blender. My beauty blender is already moist because I did wash them recently. So it's really good when you have a really moist beauty blender. It makes it like really easy to blend in your makeup. Now, I like to put the concealer all over my nose because I'm going to contour the heck out of it, because I have a big old nose, you guys. I have a big nose. Yeah, I don't know, let me know if you guys are enjoying this, or if you enjoy like the get ready with me type of stuff. I'm supposed to be taking pictures for this company today and this product, so that's what I'm getting ready for currently right now. I would like to do more get ready with me and like tea time and chat it up with you guys, but like I said, you just let me know how you feel about that and if you like it so far. So all in all, you know, like the purpose of this video was to say that I think it's okay to date after you've gotten out of a situation. There's a saying that goes like the best way to get over someone is to start dating someone else, start seeing someone else. And I am a firm believer in that. I am really a firm believer in that. I feel like that's the only way, not the only way, I'm not gonna say the only way. I feel like it is a good way to get over someone. So currently I'm looking for my contour stick, which I'm not sure where it is right now. Got it. So I'm going to be using the Black Radiance in the color Espresso. It is their foundation stick. I use it as my contour stick, so I like to do the side of my cheeks first. Now, I'm not like a makeup artist. Like, I took a course and everything, but I'm not like a makeup artist. I did want to, I mean, I guess if I took a course, right? I did want to get a whole lot better at it, but when COVID happened, that kind of like stopped everything, stopped my plans of wanting to do people's makeup, because obviously with COVID right now, you don't want to be in somebody's face doing their makeup, not knowing if they have the vid. So I had this angled brush right here. I'm going to spray it with my Morphe setting spray before I actually do the side of my face. I do this to each side because I like for my makeup to blend into the skin really, really, really nicely. Okay, so this is just my process. I do this, I like to go like this. Do like a fish kiss face or whatever. Oops, something there. And you're just gonna blend that in really nicely all around the face, because I want my face to look smaller. So that's the purpose of contouring, is you want your face to look smaller. So we're doing the forehead, and I do things kind of backwards when I'm doing my makeup. Like before I contour my nose, I'm going to use my setting powder. It's EBONY and I have it in the color Topaz. So that's what I'm going to be setting my face with. So as you can see already, it's like dark around the corners and stuff like that. Face is already looking somewhat slim. All right, so back to what we were talking about before. Like I said, I think it's okay. There's no like set time of when you'll get over a situation. So that's completely like up to time itself. It's like you can't control it. So as far as like how long it's gonna take you to get over a situation, that's completely up to time. For me, you know, I was in that relationship for 6 years. We were married for 2 out of those 6 years. So sometimes they say it takes you about half of the amount of time that you were with the person to get over a situation. So for me, you know, when I met my husband, it was 2017. Me and my ex-husband split up in 2015. So just to kind of give you an idea there. I think that by very beginning of 17 is when I fully got over stuff, because I had just gotten out of a situationship in 2017, early 2017, and I met my husband later on in 2017, mid 2017. And I had told myself, like, I'm just so tired of attracting these men that have the very same similar characteristics as, you know, like my ex or whatever. Like I was just so sick and tired of that. I'm like, I just need to stop. Like this is ultimately up to me, like as far as the type of men that I attract. Like I see the similarities, and for some reason, like I'm attracted to that, and whatever part of me is attracted to that, I need to stop. Like I need to just no longer accept that and give the good guys a chance. And that's what really prompted me to start doing online dating again. Like that was not my first time doing online dating, but that's what prompted me to start doing it again. I met people in different ways. So I met someone before it while washing my car. He was a black guy, Jamaican guy. And I told myself no more islanders, because my ex-husband was islander, he was Bahamian. We never slept together or anything. He seemed really charming. And let's just say that's another story for another day. So online, my point in saying all that was to say that online is not the only way that you can actually meet someone. So I met someone while washing my car. I met someone, you know, at work, which was not the best idea. Never, ever, ever date someone that you work with, okay? Never. It's not the only way to meet somebody, but I'm just saying. If you're not someone who goes out often, online dating might be the best option for you. So that's why I did online dating. And online dating, I feel like it gives you more of an idea of the type of man that you want. Maybe, you know, not to say that, oh my god, people can't play you online as well. They can definitely play you online, but pay attention to certain things. Like if they write out a good profile, stuff like that means that they're kind of like serious about stuff. So if they write like a really good profile and things like that, that's a really good sign. So that's what I noticed about my current husband when I first met him, was that he wrote out a really nice profile. Now, after I've done my setting powder, guys, I'm gonna go back in with my Black Radiance contour stick and go around the nose. So that's what we are doing currently. We're contouring the nose with a smaller brush because Lil Mama has a really big nose, and this is just what works for me. Okay. I absolutely love bronzer as well. So what I'm going to be using next to kind of darken the face a little bit more around my contour areas is going to be my Full Spectrum CoverGirl bronzer, and I have it in the color, I believe, Ebony. Let's see, yep, Ebony is the color for this. Absolutely swear by that thing. Like, I cannot function without that bronzer, guys, like seriously. But as I was saying, I feel like online dating is the better option if you're not someone who goes out often and things like that. You got to be able to filter them out pretty good. Make sure you get pictures, make sure, you know, you're safe. Like, I ask for weird pictures, like, oh, take a picture with your thumb out while drinking water. Like, I ask for weird pictures like that, or video chat even, you know, on the spot video chat. You can do that to make sure that the person you're dealing with is real and that they match their profile. So, you know, that's why online dating worked for me. Meet in a public place also of your liking. So you get to choose the place. Don't allow anyone to pick you up. My husband asked to pick me up when we first started dating online. I still said no, because, like, yeah, he was being a gentleman, but you don't know who this person is, you know, just yet. You don't know where they might take you. You don't know what can happen, no matter how trusting they may seem. Because my husband, like, he's, you know, we had such a great bond, such a great connection. We talked about everything. I still was very safe when we started dating. So I say, if you're gonna try online dating, just be safe. Be really safe, watch what you're doing, look up the person. It's okay to research and look them up on social media accounts and stuff like that. So nothing wrong with it. And meet during the day. I met during the day. We did early dinner. Okay, so it's okay. It's completely okay. All right, so we are almost done with this makeup look, guys. I feel like I've just been rambling. I thought this video was going to be a lot shorter. So we're about done. I'm going to go with like just a classic nude and brown type lip. This is like my signature look. So I like to use Wet n Wild pencil, a brown pencil. It's the color Simmoya. It's the same pencil that I actually use for my brows. I'm going to line my lips first with this. Sometimes I do overline just because my lips are like small. So that's just me. That's just my opinion. Let me know in the comment section, guys, like what you would like to see next from me. What, as far as everything I've talked about in this video, if there's a particular story that you want to hear more about, let me know. I have some of the craziest, wildest stories you can ever imagine. So sorry I can't talk much as I'm doing the lips. Okay, here we go. Alright. Alright. So after you've lined the lips, I feel like this one's higher than this side, so I'm gonna go back in. Try to make it match. There we go. All right. I like the top of my lip to look a little darker. I mean, as they naturally look, like the top of my lips are darker and then the bottom is more like that pinkish color. So I'm gonna go in with my Black Radiance Perfect Tone Matte Lip Cream. It's the color is 5403. It's called Let's Toast. That's what it's called. Gonna put that on. Blend it in. Once you're done blending it in, it's okay to go back in with your pencil if you want to darken it a little bit more. Now I like to use 2 different lip glosses when I apply my lip gloss. The first one is going to be for the middle part. It's more clear. This one's darker, so I use this around like the darker lip part. I'm going to just finish my eyeliner and mascara because this look is basically like almost done, to be honest, and then we're gonna add a little bit of highlight. And then I might go in with my bronzer again just because I absolutely love bronzer. This is what I use. It's called INGLOT number 77. You can find this on Amazon. I absolutely swear by this thing because it's so freaking dark. So it can get pretty messy, so you have to be really careful when you're doing this. Alright, as you can see, that eye is darker than this one. We're just gonna do the second one. Perfect, so it looks good. We're gonna add mascara. The look is basically done. I am just going to take my bronzer once again here. I'm gonna take this little brush and apply my bronzer to my lace. So you can see a little bit of less of the lace. This is not as noticeable, so you don't have to do much. Just a little bit here and there, a little dab, and you're basically good to go. I'm just getting the parting space now. We bronzed it up. Now I'm just going back in with my bronzer to kind of like do the finishing touches, basically. Finishing this side up. So guys, to conclude, I do think it's okay to date after you're getting out of a relationship. There's no certain time frame that I feel like you should put on it. If you're ready, you're ready. I did it, and not to say necessarily I was ready and I wasn't looking for a long-term relationship, but I was just kind of ready to get out that funk, ready to stop thinking about my ex and stuff like that, and it did help me quite a bit. It helped me keep busy. I really don't even know what I was doing, to be honest with you. I was just there. You know, I was at such a low place in my life, so it helped me a lot as far as getting over things. And it's okay to date. And also, I don't hate black men. You know, a lot of people are under that impression, but love is love, and at the end of the day, I just went with who showed me everything that I wanted in a man, everything I wanted in a relationship with. And that's what I got. So there is nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with dating outside of your race. People have this idea that, or I shouldn't say people, women oftentimes let race stop them from finding someone great. You know, they limit themselves, and I wasn't about to limit myself. Love is love, and whichever way it came, I was gonna take it. All right. And that's what I did. Now I do have a mole on my face, and I like to darken that mole a little bit with my liquid liner. And there you have it. We forgot to do just one last thing, and that is apply my highlight. So I am going to take a little brush and apply my highlight. So I'm taking like a little angled brush to apply here. This is like the most important part for me when I apply my highlight. My nose, and then right up in the bridge. The nose bridge. Most important part for me when I apply my highlight. I'm gonna blend a little bit. And there you have it. Get the tip of the nose. I'm not really gonna bother with the cheekbones because I don't know, I don't really care for highlight on my cheekbones. Like, actually, okay, let me just put just a smidget because it's like a powder loose highlight. I smile and I just put just a very little bit on the cheekbones. If you want it to pop, just a smidget, but not a whole lot. So that's what I'm doing here. And that is really it, guys. So let me take down this hair for you. All right, you guys, so that concludes the video and my little get ready with me, very natural, subtle look that I decided to go with today. I know you guys might say, oh my god, your lashes are so long, so that's not really natural. But to me, this is natural. This is a natural beat face, okay? I didn't do any like super bright colors for my eyeshadow. Very subtle look. I didn't do like bright lips. It's just very nude. This is my everyday type of look, okay? This is what it's not my go-to look. But if you guys enjoyed the get ready with me and me talking to you guys a little bit more about my story and opening up, let me know down in the comment section below. I will be opening up a whole can of worms. I am going to be telling you guys my full life story. I'm going to be talking to you guys just about everything, my experiences, everything that I've been through, in hopes that at the end it kind of helps someone. It helps a woman out there that may have gone through the same thing or going through the same thing and just needs hope and some encouragement. All right, but that is all that I have for you guys today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.